we've enjoyed some of the experiences of, going to the New York Athletic Club, being honored there in the Wingfoot dinner. Obviously going to the White House last week was an incredible opportunity and a great day for us. And, I just think it validates the way we operate and the way we run our program and what's important to us. So my hope is it will continue to help us recruiting and hopefully we'll be able to sustain the success we had.
Not a lot of, in football and basketball, people said the deeper your run goes, the harder it is to manage the portal. But you guys have done really well with it. How come?
I think that's a true statement, both of them, that it's hard to operate the longer you go. We made the conscious decision to not really recruit during our run, just to try to keep our team on the right track down the stretch and work. But it also, I'd say, put us behind the eight ball with a couple prospects and with one player that we wanted to retain. It made it more tricky that way. So there's not necessarily any solutions, more trade-offs, when you're going through that. And why we've been able to have success, we really didn't need a lot. I think that was the main key. We were able to retain our front court, which I would argue is the best in college basketball. So we needed just a couple targeted backcourt players. And with Xavier, locking him down first was huge for us. Boogie was someone that kind of popped on our radar later based on his process. And then A.J. Brown will be another good player for us. But I think the combination of just not really needing a ton and needing guards allowed us to be pretty particular and get who we wanted.
Do you feel like you're well positioned to make another run?
Fleet Tire has been serving Knoxville's tire needs for over 40 years with the best quality tires available, including Michelin and Bridgestone. Owned and operated by Tennessee grads, their tires may not be orange, but their blood sure runs orange. For the best tires made with the best prices, see Fleet Tire. Local Internet Pro, that's the home of Ty the Internet Guy. Owner Ty Claiborne understands that different homes have different internet needs. Ty acts as a mediator between different cable internet providers and the homeowner while catering to your internet needs. He works with the homeowner from installation through implementation to save you money. Call Ty the Internet Guy, 865-296-0285.
I think Alex coming back, it completes our group a little bit. Yeah, I think this group, if we're able to get to the start of the season healthy, is a good team. I think we're deep. I think we're big. I think we're strong. I think we have good guard play. We lose those three seniors. That's going to be really tough to overcome. You can't replace any of those guys, but I'm happy with where our roster is right now.
You beat Tennessee handily in Gainesville, and then they handled you in Knoxville. Were there any lessons that your team learned from that defeat in Knoxville?
Yes, we learned that obviously Knoxville is a really hard place to play. Coach Barnes, we knew Coach Barnes is a great coach. I think that game was interesting because they were without a couple players, and Zakai Ziegler and Igor Milicic that are both really good players, and they kicked the crap out of us. But I thought it was a good wake-up call for us in that moment because we had been playing well, and it kind of recalibrated us, and I think we only lost one game the rest of the year after that. So, Coach Barnes is a Hall of Fame head coach. They have a great program, and it recentered us a little bit, which helped us the rest of the year.
How realistic, Todd, is it for the SEC to have the type of season it did? I'm not saying 14 teams, but just to stay at that high level of dominance.
I think the league will be very good again this coming year. I do. The teams have recruited well, and we're the premier basketball conference right now. I think it's pretty clear. So. Will it be as elite as it was this past year? I'm not sure. That was unique, but I do think we have a chance to have another great year.
Coach, state of the game question. Do you think men's college basketball is ready for four quarters or maybe timeouts to advance ball? What do you feel about that?
Yeah, not something I'm crazy passionate about, but I definitely think we should be playing four quarters. I think we're the only basketball entity that's playing halves still. So I think it's time to make that move. The advancing at the end of the game, yeah, I'm comfortable with that. I think that's a way to bring a little more excitement to the end of the game. So, listen, a lot of the elements of our game are becoming more professional, right? Let's be honest about that. So why not make some of these in-game things equal as well?
Wrap up here. A lot of players obviously moving in college, but a lot of basketball guys move before college to multiple high schools. Does that? I guess maybe they're used to change. Does that make it easier to put together a team at all?
It's a good question. It used to kind of be thought of negatively when someone would move around a lot. I would say that's not the same as it used to be. Now in college, it's hard to hold it against anybody, just because that's what the rules allow. Does it allow people to maybe get comfortable sooner at their new place? Maybe. I would probably need a little more time and a little more data to get you a great answer on that. But yeah, I can see how someone could be a little more comfortable moving after being at some different places growing up.
You're a data guy if you get more.
I will. I'll holler. Thanks, guys.
We have an exceptional group of attorneys that work here. We're all trying to be better attorneys, be better advocates for our clients, be better people.
It makes me proud to be part of the team when I see how much the attorneys care about their clients.
It's truly one vision. I feel like every single person who works here has that same vision, and that's to treat all of our clients like family.
We've developed such a tight-knit team. Everyone is unified in being selfless in their representation.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.